Hello everyone, welcome to this podcast. And today's episode, we're going to talk about being productive during pandemic. Alright, the COVID-19 pandemic has not only brought negative effects, but we must also admit that because of the pandemic, there have been many system changes. Or is it more like being forced to change? Before pandemic, most of the job had to be done on site. We had to be at the office. Now, work from home. Even though not everything can be done, but it seems like now there are many. And then school, college. Because of the pandemic, now online. It means something that we used to feel is a bit impossible and doesn't make sense. Because of the pandemic, now it's possible. Not grateful for the pandemic, but yes, that's human. Sometimes changes occur precisely because they are forced. Because of the pandemic too, for the past 2 years, we've been spending more time at home or boarding houses for students. We finally realized our time management, right? When we finish our work, assignments, we realize that we have a lot of free time, isn't that right? Maybe in the past, a lot of time was wasted on trivial things like hanging out, going for walks, playing. Now that everything is completely limited, we just realize, wow, that's crazy. How many hours in a day of our free time that we waste? Nah, instead of all those hours of empty time being waste, it's better if we fill it with activities or something profitable, right? Why is it profitable? Look, there is the difference between being productive and looking for an activity so that it's considered productive, alright? So what can we do? Oh, there are many. For example, if you like cooking, you can practice cooking. Take courses, watch tutorials, anything. Or you can create content. Go ahead. You can also learn voiceover, write something, or even do business. It's a shame if you have a lot of free time but you don't use it. At least, after the pandemic, you have something new, whether skill, business, and so on. For me, one of the hardest things to be productive at home is distraction. Because when you are at home, by default, we want to play games. Lying down, chill, watching movies, keep on procrastinating. We'll do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe later. Because when we were at home, it feels like free time. But in fact, we are still working from home. Suddenly, we were chased by a deadline. So how can we be more productive? First, we can make a to-do list. Among various plans, tasks, work, and others, it's better to make a to-do list according to priority first. Which one should you prioritize? Because there is something important but not urgent, and there is something urgent but not so important. With to-do lists, you can be more focused and more miserable, meaning that you won't be confused about where to start. Then, do not procrastinate. It's a simple thing, but the effect can be huge. Remember, don't get too caught up in the distractions, okay? If it's time to do it, please do it right away. No need to make an excuse. Trust me, you will be in trouble later because it's the same now or later. You have to do it. And then keep getting enough rest. Don't stay up late because your biological clock will be disturbed. Last but not least, take care of your health. Anyway, there are many people who start a business or something during this pandemic are actually successful. Here's one I quoted from kampus.com. Her name is Miss Uin Walisongo. So the story is that she invited several chefs who were less fortunate to be laid off, even though their food was really good. Finally, the collaboration opened a culinary business. Yes, it was small at first, only open orders once a week. And because it tastes really good, they got a lot of orders gradually. Now the number of employees has increased. Then there is another friend of mine. She is a college student. During the early days of pandemic, when we couldn't go anywhere, my friend was trying to make cakes. She took online classes on cooking, webinars, making brownies, and garlic bread, if you remember. It turned out delicious and sold out. Now, apart from studying, she is also focused on running her business. You see? Because she used her free time wisely. She learned something and make money. Imagine if she was at home, she was just watching, playing social media, sleeping. Surely, she won't get the result now. Once again, you don't have to be in business to be productive. But anything, any field that you like. At least after the pandemic, you have something new. That's it for this podcast. Thank you for listening.